Hello everybody, welcome back to RDLP. I'm your host, the Prince of Play, Mr. Solon, and, well, when we last left off on Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club, we had just met all of our victims. All of the victims for this game, and now we get to play the game. We get to choose who we want to woo, who we want to date, who we want to escort, and we're going to try our damnedest to do it. And I mean, as I'm not a pro gamer, but I might be a pro dating sim gamer, if that's a real thing. So it's kind of fun. We get to put our skills to the test. What few skills that we have actually apply here to game some gamers. We're going to game the gamers with our best friend, the redhead chick. I'll remember her name in just a second. Okay. So we're sighing dreamily into our mashed potatoes. Hana is absolutely confused, bewildered. Some kind of cult is sitting across from them and everyone is freaking out that this cult exists. And you're like, guys, like, y'all are part of the cool, like, Order of the Phoenix over here. And I'm like, skeptic much? All the way skeptic. So, how would someone, you know, hypothetically, little this, little that, join the Normal Boots Club? They'll never tell your secrets. You don't choose the boots, Hannah. The boots choose you. Dang, my, coming in with a little bit of like high level thought for, you know, just a bunch of guys in green jackets. What does that even mean? That doesn't mean anything. Maya, are you just saying words again to fill the void that is our silence? You have to be presented with the boots to be in the club, and they're like super selective. What are the boots? Do you wear them? Do you have to put boots on to join this? The club has this boot statue. It's like the one on their patches. It's just a giant statue that is boots. But it's gold plated. It's their mascot, I guess. They do this weird initiation ritual with it. Yes, yes. All right, we're in this club. Ritual. Hana's excited. Mai's excited too, dang. Here they fill a room with candles and wear these totally creepy robes during initiation. This year 2 girl said she saw it once and they were all like chanting around the boots and it sounded like they were talking backwards. They were just walking on the boots going, boots and cats, and boots and cats, and boots and cats, and boots and cats. But I don't believe her, even if it's true. I don't care if they're a cult, because they're all really hot. I was out on a limb on this whole cult thing, but now y'all are like, making this real, and I don't know how to feel about that. I didn't mean to game the narrative as well as the boys themselves. Do they have a lot of friends? Yeah, tons of friends. I'd say they're the most popular kids in school. Here's the thing about YouTubers. They're all alone. They have each other. That is true. I wish I had each others. YouTubers are just alone in their rooms talking to themselves. Just kidding. Just kidding. Love you guys. No, I get all these comments and that makes it all worth it. Anyways, joke bits aside, I mean, everyone in the school totally looks up to them. I bet they could get any girl in school, too. They're like rock stars. Lonely rock stars. Or boy, for that matter. Nice, Mai. Slide it in there. Hey, you gonna eat your cake? No, I'm kind of lost now. Mai, you, got me rolling. This is like my first day at school, and you're introducing me to the school cultists. I shook my head. I pushed the plastic tray across the table to her. I don't even right now. For the remainder of lunch, I listened to Mai talk about Jared through mouthfuls of half-dissolved frosting. I mean, what if I had Jared? And then I could just dangle that in front of Mai, be like, ha 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 ha. Back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school left for me. Let's come back to reality for like a hot second here. My radio was playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over it with strikingly poor posture. Hey Mai, you should sit up. It's bad for your back. She didn't even bother to look up. Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309? Oh. She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover. Yeah, there's the one. Can we just share? I don't have money for textbooks, is what I said every quarter. I don't have that one. The school must have missed it. I shrugged and set the textbook back in her pile. They have a bunch at the library, so you could just check one out. But where's the library? To the library! Mai riffled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map. Oh, okay, well, I'll be back in a bit. I'll just use my phone. Jeez, Mai. Thanks for nothing. It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realized I was holding the map upside down, the sun was setting. The library was much larger than I expected, the walls lined from floor to ceiling, with books of all sizes on rough wooden shelves. Intimidated, I headed up for the front desk. A recognizably green and gray jacket was bent behind the counter. I think it's Satch, because I think it's Satch. Didn't they say something about this? I'm having a flashback now. Hey. Okay, yeah. I feel like they said something about that, but also how they described the Satch personality makes sense to me. Can I help you? Too late. Yeah. The school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here. Crap. We're outside on an event. There's another guy here, and I don't know if I'm ready to commit yet. I'm gonna have to go through this whole roulette. So do I let Satch down softly, or do I, like, go in for the kill? Because this is our first stop. This is the first stop on the Pony Express. And the pony is all these boys I'm going to ride. The History 309 textbook. He stepped from behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. He just said one word. Come. And I followed him. We dodged between the aisles in a comfortable silence. He seemed friendly enough. I should say something. What was his name again? Shane? Gerard? John? No, not John. Satch. Nailed it! Ooh, you work here? Of course he worked here? He chuckled, dimples appearing in his cheeks. This is called small talk. Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them. His eyes twinkled like a kid's on Christmas. Books right down here. He stopped at a row of thick, dusty books. Is this all history? It all is dressed up in dust like it's history. What happens if your book is so old that it becomes history itself, but it's a history textbook? Is that like meta history? Anyway, pulled out the book, Powdered Wigged Man. Thanks, I was looking for this powdered wigged man all day. He waved his hand. It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else? Yeah, can you tell me about this cult that y'all are in? My first day here. I couldn't come up with anything. This is weird that she's like super demure all the time against everyone, but like it's even weirder with these guys in green jackets because they have some kind of like high class thing. Farther than there, I'd be like, hey, it's my first day. What do y'all do for fun around here? Anything? We're kind of all trapped in a giant weird mansion like it's Clue. Do y'all in the cult like kill each other, or is this like a thing? Oh, in the library with the chandelier. No, I don't need anything. I'm Hana and I don't need anything. Thanks. I've got my powdered wig man, and I'm fine. As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but, you know, just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. I resisted the urge to snuggle up to him. Near the front desk, stepping around a clump of studying students. As we passed, one of them shifted. I might be able to get out of this event without answering a question, which, as the player of the game, makes me feel really good. The less decisions that I have to make before meeting the boys, the better. Man, Hannah got clocked. Something white flew past my face. What do you think it is? I'm thinking ball. I'm thinking like she just got socked with a volleyball. A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. This is like a brick through the window trick, except that it's some weird triangle paper attached to a volleyball, and they just throw it at your face. Surprisingly heavy, there was a quarter inside of it. They filled the note with quarters, so they couldn't miss. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. Ah, it's Waluigi and the boys. Recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. Cruelty. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them. Came up with nothing. My hand started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself. Why would they give me a quarter? Is this a class thing? Is that what this is? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? What do you mean? We were just messing around. Are you suggesting we did it on purpose? I faltered. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered, and they were jerks with weird accents. They would twist my words around no matter how straightforward I was. No, sorry. Whatever. You're not even worth it. Your boys are trash. One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. Wish I were. A bald eagle! A gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. Ooh, Satch examined the paper closely. See what the problem is. Your aim would have been better if you cut the corners before you folded it. Ooh, snap. Just got geometric on these guys. He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Oh, he's wearing glasses. He knows everything. It's true, though. When you put glasses on, you can see the center of the universe. Be careful, though. You almost hit her, and that would have been awful. Been quite terrible. My hands began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but... Jeez, we're sorry. We'll be careful next time. Yes, it was an accident. I apologized, question mark? Thanks, appreciate it. He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Swoon! Don't tell me they stopped because of him, simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side. What books do you like to read? Satch, my boy. Okay. I read fiction of the fan variety. I read stories about fans. Maybe. He chuckled. I just finished a good book. I think it'd be right up your alley if you don't mind me saying so. He reached under the counter, pulled out a thick green book, and passed it to me. A man in black stood on the front, hugging a woman in royal robes. It's The Matrix 4, Reloaded. It's long, but it's one of my favorites, The Princess Betrothed. I know things can be tough transferring to a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. Tears stung in my eyes, so I ducked my head. Satch. Thanks, Satch. It's really kind of you. For more than just the books. For more than just the books. You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I got your name. Sup? I'm Hannah. I guess she goes by Hannah. Is it just Hannah? Maybe I'm trying too hard here. Well, either way, she's a transfer student. Oh, no, Hana. Okay, yeah. No, we're on the right page. Double guessing myself. Nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book. I will. I'm gonna be like, I read the first chapter, and then I might not touch it again. You know, classes and all that.